Greetings, everyone. So, I want to talk about sugar today and the dangers of sugar. So, sugar is going to be one of the biggest contributors to health issues. So, health issues like high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, any health issue that you can think of, right? Whether it's weak libido, anything like that, right? Sugar is going to be very, 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 very deadly. And it's things that we don't think about. Like, for example, who thinks an Arizona iced tea is more healthier than soda, right? I used to think that personally. This is a time when I was younger. I still, had drank Arizonas and stuff like that. I would consciously get an Arizona or an iced tea or a juice thinking that it's more healthier than a soda when in fact it's the has even more sugar than a soda, right? So when it comes to consuming foods, we have to look at the labels and look of how much sugar it has, because our daily recommended dose of sugar that we should consume is only 36 grams. Now we should be consuming those sugars from fruits. All foods have sugar in them, too. But added sugars are things like soft drinks, fruit drinks, cereals like Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, um, brown sugar, white sugar, high fructose syrup. What else they got? Sugar. All processed food. I mean, all foods have sugar in them, but foods that have a higher amount of sugar is processed foods and things of that nature, right? And the difference between those sugars, refined sugars, between natural sugars, is that they the body, since it's like pure sugar and it's so much, it's like the sugar goes straight to the bloodstream, right, and goes straight to the liver, and the body cannot process that much sugar at a time, so then it converts it to fat, you know. So when we're consuming an excess amount of sugar and then not eating enough fruits and vegetables, what happens is that we don't get the right amount of sugars, you know. So we catch diabetes, we get heart disease. Heart disease also, before you get heart disease, if you're a man, you get weak libido. Um, all of that comes before that, right? So, yeah, sugar is a drug too. So we're very addicted to sugar too, because we start at a young age. You know, we get a little kid, the box juices, chocolate milk, right? Just that right there is already 40 something grams of sugar. We're supposed to be consuming 22 grams of sugar if we're a woman, 30, 30, 30 grams of sugar, no, 36 grams of sugar as a man. Anywhere from like 25 to 30, something like that, right? Um, you should be consuming only sugar from fruits, because what happens is it digests slower, so the sugar is released slower, right? And it has a lower glycemic index. A glycemic index means how fast does the sugar go to your bloodstream. You want to eat foods that the sugar is slow. It doesn't that releases slow, because when it releases too fast, it goes straight to the liver, and the liver actually stores and creates sugar as well, glucose. So if there's too much sugar, then the body can't process it. That's where um, many things happen, but it affects the heart. It affects high blood pressure. You know, so even things like eating too much bread, eating too much white rice, eating too many carbs, not eating foods that have too much water in them, right? So you could look up all this information on the CDC, you know, because what's gonna happen is that when your immune system breaks down, right, from over time, what happens is that your body gets sick. Now, for the average adult might be consuming 100 over 100 grams a day of sugar. Do you know what 100 grams looks like? The average person doesn't even know what a gram looks like. That's the thing. You don't know what a gram looks like. If I told you what this 448 grams, what is that? What is that, right? What's 224 grams? What's that, right? What's 28 grams, right? You know what I'm saying? So if you look about it, the reason why I know about it is because I know if you scaled up weed before, then you know that 224 grams is a half a pound, right? 448 grams is a pound. OZ, my man, yo, chill, bro, chill, man, chill. You know what I'm saying? But look, let me show you something. Look, let me show you something. Let me show you guys something real quick. I put together this document based, like, look at this, right? Based this document, right? So, or piece of information. So if you drink a coffee, eat a bag of M&Ms, drink an Arizona iced tea, and drink a soda, or, you know what I'm saying, or drink something like this, right? You're consuming 211 grams. That's half an ounce. That's half a pound. That's not half an ounce. That's 8 ounces. That's half a pound of sugar, right? That's 8 shots. That's 8 shots of sugar. That's 8 shots of sugar, approximately, right? Because 65 grams of sugar equals about 2 ounces, 2 shots, right? We're gonna round it off, right? Two for two, right? We're gonna round this down and round this up, right? That equals basically 65 grams equals 2 ounces of sugar, 2 shots, right? So if we're 8 shots of sugar, you know what I'm saying? And that's only with this. That's not even adding any meals of the day, right? So your food has sugar in it as well. Everything has sugar. It turns to glucose. That's how the body gets energy. You understand? So 211 grams, you feel me? If you know what them grams look like, you know what I'm saying? That's how much sugar you're looking at, right? And the confusion is that when we look at these labels, it's in grams. And we're used to the imperial measurement system. So ounces, pounds, right? So when you look at I don't have nothing right here to show like wait, yes I do. I'm bugging. Look, when we look at the index for for like an Arizona iced tea, it's in milligrams, it's in grams. We don't intuitively know what that looks like, right? It's in, you know what I'm saying? It's in grams. We don't intuitively know what that looks like unless we, you know what I'm saying? Unless we know what that looks like. If you in the U.S., you know what I'm saying? That's the only way. That's not my hand. I got that off Google, as you could tell. That's you know what I'm saying? Pink nail, but 211 grams, right? That's a half a pound right there. That's basically, if we converted that into sugar, you can consume in half a pound of sugar just by consuming something like this. But that's if only you consume that, right? Who's only consuming that in a day? You're going to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? Which also have sugar, too. Now, something that's high in sugar, too, is your cereals. Milk has sugar too. Everything has sugar. The difference with milk is called fructose, something like that. Basically, it's a different type of sugar, and it converts into energy as well. You know what I mean? So, again, all of the foods that we eat convert into energy and convert into sugar, right? But things as well as fruits, vegetables, they all convert into sugar. Glucose. This also is glucose, but the difference is that it has a high amount of sugar, whereas the fruits have a lower amount of sugar, and you can consume about basically it's about there's only 8 grams of sugar in a quarter pound of blueberries. You know what I mean? The amount that we're supposed to eat for the day is as a man 36, as a woman 25, right? So if we eat a whole doggone pound, we still not even halfway, right? So we could eat a quarter pound, of blueberries. You know what I'm saying? Eat the rest of our food that have, nuts, grains, seeds, and not get over that 36 grams of sugar per day, right? Or glucose, because all glucose is not the same. The reason because once it gets to that digestive system, scientifically it says it's the same, but we all know it's not the same, right? We all know that there's other shit attached to it, right? I looked up this information on the CDC, you heard? So this information is on the CDC, Harvard.edu health. When it comes to research, I don't look on memes and shit like that. You feel me? Shout out to anyone else who does that shit, but you know what I'm saying? I look at my information on scholarly articles, you know what I'm saying? And these are all information that you can look up, and M&M's 31 grams of sugar. This is they tell you, it's on their label. Starbucks, 46 grams of sugar in that little thing. And how many cups of coffee are we drinking a day? Huh? 2, 3. I used to drink like 2 cups of coffee a day, Red Bull. You know what I'm saying? This was before I was like, even though I knew about health and shit like that, I still would, do whatever sometimes, But the average person is consuming at least a lot is consuming a lot of sugar. This is what we give our kids, right? Juice box, 21 grams of sugar. You know what 21 grams looks like? Let me show you what 21 grams look like real quick. It's 21. This is like an ounce right here. It's 21 grams. Feel me? And you feeding that to your kids. And that's supposed to be healthy. Apple juice, thicker apple juice, healthy. You feed it, and you're gonna and that's if you give them. They're only so much away left, as a kid. How much you think a kid needs in sugar? If a grown woman only needs 25, around 20 or something like that, if a grown woman needs that amount and a grown man is at 30, 36, 30, what do you think a young kid is at? Why you think they bugging, huh? When you give them candy, you give them their fruit box juices and shit like that, they bugging, right? And then after snack time, lunchtime, they passed out. Gotta have a nap time and all that shit. You feel me? So it's a popular drug, and it still is. You feel me? Sugar is a popular drug, and it still is. You heard? And that's one of the drugs that's in everything. You heard? Everything is in sugar. So just look at the ingredient list, right? Like, yeah, you want to eat organic and stuff like that, but that's most of the things that be killing you. You feel me? And I'm a dead ass tell you the real shit. Real shit is not even meat like that. Like, no, the herbalists are not gonna say that. They're gonna go mad hard and tell you can't even eat fucking carrots and shit like that. I ain't gonna say that because you're not gonna You're not gonna do that right now. Like, why would I fucking say that? Like, there's levels to this shit. The biggest thing that you can do right now is eliminate the processed sugars. Why am I gonna tell you that you can't eat broccoli and all this type of alkaline and all this other dumb shit like that? Nah, it's not dumb. Don't get me wrong, it's not dumb. But is a time for this, right? Is a time. You might not be ready for that. You might not be ready for that. Not saying you might be. That's like college master degree type of stuff. But for the average person just needs to not worry about alkaline, not worry about organic, because organic shit is sprayed down too. Just make sure that you have shit that has seeds in it. Um, and eat more fruits and vegetables. And even sometimes if you don't have fruits that have seeds or nothing like that, nah, you don't want to get no fruits without seeds. Stay away from the fruits without seeds, for sure. Like, for sure. Stay away from fruits without seeds. Eat a lot of fruits. Eat a lot of vegetables. Eat a lot of nuts, grains, seeds, and beans. If you need to use a sweetener, don't use white sugar. Don't use brown sugar. Even brown sugar is not good. You only want to use agave, molasses, and raw honey, manuka honey. Yeah, don't eat no grapes if they don't have seeds. And like, yeah, it's gonna be if you eat seed grapes that don't have seeds. Is it gonna be better than like eating bacon, egg, and cheese? Yeah, but do your best to get stuff with seeds in them. If you can avoid getting stuff. If you see that they don't have seeds, avoid them. But at the end of the day, a lot of the stuff is gonna be sprayed down. Unless you're growing it yourself. My recommendation is to start to grow your food no matter where you at, right? Unless you in the Antarctic and South Pole, North Pole, and all of that, then you know what I'm saying. You got nothing to say, but right. But if you in New York, you can grow. Most places you can grow stuff from a season. You can always grow stuff inside your house. It's not gonna be that much, but take full advantage of knowing how the seeds grow so that you can understand. But that sugar is not good. You know? Yeah. Everything grows in Cali. But that sugar, it's a silent killer. Cause it's like you can't really know the difference, right? You don't know the difference. It's only like even things like Tropicana have a lot of sugar. Like I was researching this a lot today, and I realized I was like, yo, that Arizona, that's crazy. I was wondering, right, if you noticed that the Arizona they stopped selling the 20 ounce. They started selling the more smaller ones and stuff like that, and they're very tricky with their labeling, too. If you look at their labeling, I'm gonna pull it up. So they have 23 grams per sugar, but the serving size is is three servings. Like who the hell is gonna split that three times? Everybody drinks a Arizona like that in one shot. Who's gonna split that up with three different people, or drink it and then save it? That's just a can. That's just meant to open and crack and drink right there. So there's 69 grams of sugar in this shit right here. Y'all know how much is 69 grams? That's like 2.5 ounces right there. We all had this sweet, and we all had this Arizona. That's why I'm showing these Arizonas, because I used to drink these shits like every day in high school. Like when I was when I was younger too, middle school, used to drink this shit. This shit got 69 grams of sugar. And that's why you seeing the more smaller ones, because their serving size is look, is 8 ounces. It shows you right there, it's 8 ounces. This whole thing is like 24. This is a 24 can. So the amount of sugars, you gotta do mathematics, and it's like, who's gonna break it down like that? A kid. I mean, once you get older, like, like my age or something like that, or you a little bit, yeah. But who, when you're 12, 10, you know what I'm saying? Even younger, you know what I'm saying? You just want to drink something that tastes sweet because you've been addicted to it from a little kid. They've been giving you candy and stuff like that in school and everything like that. Giving us again, what they give us too when we're little. What they give us? They give us these joints. They give us this 22 grams of sugar, 21 grams of sugar, right? So then when you get older, you gotta double up, right? What do you double when you double up? You get that Starbucks, 46. It's actually double too, 46 grams of sugar right there. So you need a little bit more, right? Add candy to it, cause you know what I'm saying. So they do these things on purpose, like, they get you on the thing, and then they get the whole. And people started talking, oh, the soda's bad, so let's not drink soda. I made a mistake on this one, right? I had to adjust it, but it's 69 grams for the Arizona, right? This is the old one that I didn't wait. This is it, right bad. So even if you're not drinking soda, like, you drinking Arizona, like, everybody knows that soda's bad and everything like that, but who knew that, like, coffee is right there, Arizona is right there. Like, you can't consume none of this shit. Like, all of this is poison. You can't have a little bit once in a while. All of it's poison. You feel me? All of that's poison. So you gotta understand and look, like, I bet. If you're consuming something like this is a party pack, right? This is just an example, right? Oh, let me have some junk food, right? Boom, that's 8. It's 21 grams. So, what can you do instead? Right? You're like, okay, I know everything is bad for me now. Okay, what can I do instead? Well, how can I replace it, right? Because everything can be replaced, right? So, what can I replace for soda, right? There's water, right? But water's like, it's boring, right? Well, you can make juice, fresh juice. This the There's infinite amounts of juice that you can make. Soda, you can replace that with a smoothie, right? You know what I'm saying? A smoothie, a juice. These are way better. These taste so much better than a soda or these instant juices, right? Now, when you drink, if you drink a thing of, if you drink even a cup of soda, is it gonna fill you up? No, because there's nothing in it. All it is sugar straight to your bloodstream, right? Straight to your body. If you drink a cup of a smoothie of fruits, some nuts, dates, and everything like that, you just drink a cup like this, you're gonna feel full because it has actual calories that's giving something in benefit to your body. If you add sea moss in there, even more, because it's sustaining yourself, right? Selena, thank you, my friend. You know, so it's sustaining yourself. So over time, you get more benefit over time, slowly but surely. Just how my friend says right here. You know, so this is gonna make you see, okay, I only want to drink water once in a while, and then when I drink a juice that I made myself, not one that you buy. Anything that you buy is no good, right? You gotta make it yourself or get it from somebody who made it, like a juice bar or something like that, right? When you drink even juice, not even a smoothie, right? You get a bunch of energy, right? Damn, why nobody told me I have the promo code up this whole time? Oh, you lit, Miss Lugo. Hold up. Can somebody, yeah. Can somebody write Black Power for the promo code? Black Power for the promo code. Can somebody write that like Black Power for the? Yeah, you got me. I know you got me, Miss Lugo. Can you write Black Power for 30% off? Hey, damn homie, what's poppin', yo? What's poppin'? That's yo. Shout out to damn homie. Damn homie got this. Damn homie got us lit. Word. Hold up. We got some. We got some. Oh, y'all always like the music playing, huh? This is some currency. Lucha Bros. It's some West Side Gun, Currency, Benny the Butcher, Lucha Bros. Yeah. Yes, the digestive support colon cleanse is definitely gonna give you some help. You know, you're gonna love the way it makes your digestive system feel, because the average person, you know, again, consumes too much sugar. Once you consume sugar, what that does, it weakens your whole immune system. So that's how it. I mean, how it affects your liver is this. Lucha Bros by West Side Gun, Currency, and yeah, just type in Lucha Bros. You're gonna see it pop up. Um, but the digestive system and sugar intake. Once you start to consume less sugar, you're gonna start to see your digestive system improve, because a lot of the issue is consuming too much sugar. Once the body consumes too much sugar, you can't you can't consume you can't break down and process everything. Like your body cannot break. Fuck, I just lost fucking track looking at the comments. But when you consume too much sugar, and your digestive system is not going to be on point, because it breaks down everything in your body. So even your brain and your cognitive skills is going to slow down and kind of act as if you were drunk, right? So you see, when we were younger, we would get those like sugar rushes and stuff like that, or when you see kids that are younger, you see them eating candy and they get all the rush. That's because they're getting a high, right? So once you once you come down off of that, you want more, right? So that's why sugar and candy and everything like that, and these things like that are addictive in nature, right? Because there's a high to it. We might not realize that we're getting it, because we've been so used to consuming this amount of sugar. But over time you have to realize that you get more energy from the natural foods, because this just gives you a spike real quick, a spike, and then when you spike up, you drop down. You spike up and drop down. So you have to keep on consuming these things, keep on consuming sugar throughout the day, to keep you um, stimulated, right? Because it's not real energy. You're not getting energy. You don't get energy from sugar or cocaine or anything like that. You're getting stimulated. So we have to understand what that is. It's a stimulation that we're going through. So when you eat the natural foods like that don't have all the process to them, that don't have all the added sugars, you're able to take them in and process them slowly so that the sugar is released slowly to your body so that you have a more sustained energy of glucose again, remember. So that when you start to when the energy starts to release slowly as it's digesting, right, you're gonna feel more energy and you're not gonna have that spike. So you're not gonna need that coffee in the morning to spike you up and then something else to keep on spiking you up. Basically, you're getting spikes, and then at the end of the night, you can't sleep because now you're so stimulated, right? So you might be tired, but you tossing and turning because you're so stimulated, and then not eating properly, eating too much, eating meat 3 times a day or eating too much. Our digestive system is not going to be able to work good, and then we're not drinking any water. All those drinks, is going to equal to about half a gallon, so we're going to feel like we drink or we hydrated, but again, that's another stimulation. So since we're not consuming no water, all the food that we're eating, which is a lot of meat and a lot of starch and a lot of sugar, all of that, for one, is not natural to the body, so the body is never going to be able to process it. But two, it's going to be harder because we're not eating any enough fruits, vegetables, and not using any herbs to, eliminate that. And once you start to eat fruits and vegetables and herbs, it's not like, okay, I've done what I've done, I want to consume that. Because as you've seen, it's just way too much sugar for you to process. You can't have it once in a while. It's just something that you don't want to do. It's poison, right? Once you start to become knowledgeable of it, then you don't want to consume it, right? So you see how this whole time I didn't talk about meat or anything like that, because I'm gonna be real, like, if you just eliminate sugar, right, that's gonna be the most important thing to eliminate. Then when it comes to meat, if you do this, if you eat it at least 3 times a week, or no more than 3 times a week, or maybe once a month, once in a while, it's not gonna be that bad, right? Maybe once every 2 weeks or once a week. Then you start to break it down, right? That's okay, right? But every day, a couple times a day, no, you can't do that. Do I eat meat? No, right? Have I ate meat before? Yes. Was my digestive system the same? Yes. Did I have to do 6 bowel movements a day? Yes, right? But sometimes if I eat not the right foods and everything like that, what will happen? Would I get constipation? Yes, of course. Can I get constipation now as a vegan? Yes, of course. If I don't drink enough water, if I didn't eat fruits that day and just ate like once a meal dinner, right, and then drink water that day, can it happen? Yes, absolutely. Will it? If I just drink some water and turn around, can I turn it around? Yes. Can you turn it around? Yes, everything can get turned around. But if you consistently ignore, and don't put in the right proper nutrients that you need, and you don't drink enough water, and you consume things that are processed and so much sugar, your body doesn't have a chance. So that's the most uh, that's the most important thing that I would say is, to eliminate out the diet, right, is all the things with added sugar in them, because they really, really do not serve any purpose to us besides, the taste, right? And it's a taste, again, remember, it's a stimulant, right? So again, once you detox your body of that taste, you're going to start to see that after a while you don't crave it no more. And and then if you about to be like, oh well, I miss doing it, right, and you try to get it, and you eat it the same way, it's gonna hurt your stomach. So now you're not gonna even want to do it, right? You're not gonna even want to do it. So you have to understand that you have to go through a detox period. There's gonna be a withdrawal period where you're like, damn, I can't do it, or that like this. But you gotta understand that it's a withdrawal period, and once you get past it, it's gonna be easier. But you don't want to relapse, right? But if you relapse, sometimes it might just give you a taste and make you feel like, all right, I don't want to do that again. But try not to relapse, because it can get you right back into the swing, into the habit of things. You know. And I finished my. I didn't finish my water though. I'm right here though. This is like a gallon enough or something like that. For someone as a beginner who just started, I recommend that you just, again, basically the summary of what I was talking about is, you want to stay away from sugar, all sugar, even everything is. I'm gonna re-upload this video. I'm gonna share it to IG, but you gotta see that even things like that we might not realize as sugar is sugar, and consuming things like soda, soft drinks, cookies, cakes, junk food is unacceptable. We can't do that whatsoever, because there's only so much that our body can process, right? There's only so much that our body can process in terms of sugar. So once we're consuming too much of it and our body can't process it, we gotta understand that it has to go somewhere. And once it goes somewhere, and it has to be converted to something else, because energy doesn't die. Energy has to be converted and switched over to something else. So what does it convert itself to? To fat, right? Bacteria comes also from sugar too as well. Parasites grow in sugar, in an excess amount of sugar. If you do this, right? If you leave out some sugar, mix it with some water, or anything, or to some syrup, or whatever, something corn syrup, and you put it on the floor, what's gonna happen? You're gonna start to get bugs to it, right? So there's gonna be parasites that attract towards this, to this sugar, right? So there's gonna be excess sugar in the waist, excess sugar in your blood, excess sugar throughout the whole body, right? So the parasites are going to be able to go to these places, because this is what they're going to be able to feed off of. And your blood circulates throughout your body, so it's sending information throughout your whole body. So this is why you want to make sure that you eliminate waste out of your body, because this is how you don't have waste in your blood. Because if you have waste in your colon, your body is going to convert your waste into energy. So if you're holding it there too, because your body gets energy from everything too, But if you have a lot of waste in your body, it's going to be taking energy from that, taking water, pulling out water. Basically, it's the water that's necessary. So it's pulling out the water, pulling out the water, pulling out the water, pulling out the water. This is why when we eat fruits and vegetables, and they have so much water, so it gives us more life. So when the body is pulling out that energy, you get more energy, and it helps to flush out everything. But if we eat foods that don't have that much water content in them, things that have a higher glycemic index, right? It's going to cause a spike in the blood sugar and cause toxicity within the whole body. The more sugar there is in the blood, the more toxic it is, right? That blood is a messenger throughout the whole body, right? If you cut anywhere of your body, blood's gonna come out, right? Blood does not stay stagnant, right? If it stays stagnant, what happens if you stay if a river that's flowing stays stagnant? It's gonna get dirty. The reason why you can drink water from a river or a spring is because it's flowing, right? So if you have blood anywhere that's stagnant, you're gonna get a blood clot, right? Blood clot, you know what I mean? I'm not Jamaican though. So are gonna have a blood clot, right? So your blood needs to flow everywhere. So blood that's in your brain is gonna be in your toes, right? And vice versa. All the blood throughout your body goes through everywhere, right? So if your blood is not clean for the sake of having too much waste in your colon, because this is how your body gets energy too. The blood goes into your colon and gets the glucose and everything that is released from also the liver, right, too, as well. So the food comes down, the liver filters it and then sends back, energy, fuel, right? So once that's happening, right, and there's too much waste within the colon too as well, it's also going to be getting energy. It's going to be pulling out energy from that waste too as well. It's going to pull energy from everywhere. That's how it works. The body pulls off energy from everywhere and circulates it back too. That's why we don't have to eat 24/7 while we're sleeping. We don't feel like, like whatever, like, it's because our liver is releasing that energy slowly, so that when we wake up in the morning, we still don't have to eat first thing in the morning. We can drink some water, flush out, right? Especially as you get older. As you're younger, it's a quicker turner. Like, it's quicker. You don't have to. You eat more as you're younger, but your body is already on point. You know what I'm saying? So as you're younger, if you have young kids, they shouldn't be constipated. They should wake up first thing in the morning and have multiple bowel movements. But you don't want to be feeding them bad things like that. Like, you don't want to be feeding them like cereal and all the bad things that they all want, right? You want to be feeding them good things, healthy things, natural grains, porridges, smoothies, fruits, juices. You can have bread, spelt bread, Ezekiel bread. You can make your own peanut butter, make your own, I guess you can make your own like jelly or something like that too. But you can take that, put some peanut butter, put some bananas, or fix it up like that. However, make a peanut butter sandwich. Thing that's unhealthy, and convert it and make it healthy by replacing it, right? You gotta wheat bread. Yeah, wheat bread is fine. Spelt bread is better. You know, Ezekiel bread is good. And with picky eaters, you just gotta You gotta like. That's why it's good to start the kids young before they can start being on that picky eating shit and thinking that they know something, cause they don't know shit. You feel me? Because you gotta like once they start thinking that they know something, then it's hard to like get them to change their mind. But once you have them young eating, fruits and everything like that and everything like that, it's not gonna be hard because they're already used to that. So before they get used to something, you don't want to fuck it up before and start feeding them, giving them bullshit, because then they're gonna start saying, "Oh, I don't like fruits" and stupid shit like that. Then you gotta change their mind. And the older you are, sometimes it is the harder it is to change your mind. So it's still a kid, so they're gonna be able to change their mind, but it's gonna take time now. It's gonna take patience too, because that shit is annoying. But you just try it little by little. And a good way to try it is by smoothies. Smoothies is a good way. Here, try a little bit. Try. No way you're not gonna like a smoothie, right? It's impossible not to like a smoothie. Everybody likes smoothies. And in terms of like individual things being good, I don't want to answer questions like that. Like, I don't want to answer, is this good, is that good? I don't answer those type of questions. I'll let you answer those type of questions. What you want to make sure is that, is it natural? How is it processed? Can I make it myself? How many processes does it have? Can I naturally find this in nature? Can I naturally make this myself? If I can make it myself, I'll make it myself. Is there a company that I look at the ingredients? Does it have a lot of bullshit in it? Does it have preservatives? Does it have all this gluten bullshit in it? Can I make it myself? If I can make it myself, then it's better to make it yourself. As long as it's natural. I don't ask questions like, is this fruit good and that good? No, I don't do that. You gotta eat everything, right? Different types of fruits, different types of vegetables, different nuts, different grains, different beans, all type of things, because each and everything has a different value of nutrients and vitamins and everything like that. Yeah, the smoothie is good. My brother is mad picky too. That shit is annoying as hell. But you just gotta put it in, make smoothies, and it's easy like that. Cause that shit's annoying, but you have to have a lot of patience too. And sometimes even green smoothies. Some people don't like to have green smoothies because it's green, but them joints taste good too. If you put banana, kale, just that right there, some peanut. You want to get uh organic like nut butter or something like that, or just put your own nuts into the smoothie or make your own nut butter, because they add stuff into the peanut butter, but there's a natural peanut butter. You know when it's natural, or cashew, or any type of butter like that. So you can add the protein to it and stuff like that. Everything organic. I'm gonna be honest. Everything you're not gonna get organic too, and then like, I wouldn't go that hard off organic, because you can't tell basically, like, sometimes the organic shit is sprayed down too. It's just a grade, and a lot of times it's like company could be making it organic, or could be doing organic, but they gotta pay the USDA to have that organic stamp. So we can have the organic stamp on it, and does that mean we don't have it? But does that mean that we're not using organic stuff? No, that's not. We use organic stuff, but for us to have that organic stamp on there, you gotta pay the USDA, which to have a license, and they've been known for systemically uh, taking land from black farm owners and a whole bunch of bullshit. So at first it was like, I'm not gonna spend extra money that I don't have to, but now I'm gonna not spend it because I don't want to, and I don't want to support that shit. Fuck them. Yeah, the best place to get it from is from a farmer's market. Now they got a lot of farmers market everywhere. You know, get it from the local guys. You know, too. And also the best thing to do is grow your own. Yeah, a lot of things is bullshit. Especially if it's coming out the country, it has to get sprayed. So, if y'all like this video, I'm gonna put this up on IGTV. If IG lets me download it, I'm gonna put it up on YouTube too. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, do all of that. Peace.